So now I'm going to do the eyelids and eyes. Doing the eyes are pretty easy. Let's turn this back to the regular shader. Uncheck. Let's get that lids. So we want to still maybe have the head. Let's go a little bit further down. Left. We want right. Eyelid. Eyelids and eye. Pin. So the eye's pretty easy. I'm just going to paint a little bit on it for right now and come back to it later. Alright. Let's take the eyelid control. I'm going to be, these guys are going to be moving around, and I don't want these guys moving around, distracting me from my eyelid. So I've selected those eye controls. Select these keys, right click, delete. Again, it's hold down shift, middle mouse click, drag, right click, delete. Eyelid. I'll pull that top one down more. Let's go to 10, 30. Lift this guy up. But not a lot. The bottom eyelid doesn't do nearly as much work as the top eyelid. Select the mesh. Oh, just a heads up in your eyelids control, I think I already talked about this. Have your pivot point in the middle of the eye. It works a lot better for rotation. Let's go to paint. Eyelid top. And I'm going to add just at 0.4. Paint it down. So that's actually at 100%. Lower that down like even more, shrink it. As you can see, the eye will always be popping out. You can set an SDK for the eyes to close to translate out a little bit, so you don't have that problem. But I'm going to go back to my head a little bit and put a little bit here to kind of even out my eyelid. So we have that. And again, when I'm talking about, you have to translate the eyelid control forward for it to actually close properly. I'm liking that position. I'm going to repeat this position over on frame 60. So let's pull it down, pull it forward. There you go. Now let's go to frame 30 where the bottom eyelid comes up. Select the mesh, paint weight, bot. Let's add that in. Alright, there's the bottom eyelid. The bottom eyelid has the same problem in the corner. I'm going to go to 60, lift that up, and now he blinks. This is kind of the reason why I've been kind of suggesting to people to do the eyes a little bit more closed than open. Maybe have them like the eyelids partially closed, so you're not dealing with these textures stretching here. If you're working with like a female, sometimes there's like you get these really bad mascara runs in a sense. So you may want to put an extra edge loop for the eyelids and stuff like that, so they actually kind of close a little bit better. It's sometimes a little bit easier to compress it than it is to stretch it, for at least the textures especially. So there's the eyelids. Now the eyeball. Eyeball's pretty simple. Remember the teeth? There's a reason why I put a little weight in there. So I'm going to grow the selection on the eyeball since it's separate from the mesh. Component editor. And I want it all to the right eye. In order to check it, I actually have an eye control out here. I believe it's working. Yeah. And I think I have fleshy eyes on too, so that's a little bit more advanced. And I'm dealing with a pop there. the fleshy eyelid is only working so well. But in order to get like the eye aiming, it's pretty simple. I'll kind of do a quick little tutorial on it right now. Hypergraph. Select the joint here. Turn off my mesh, a little bit easier. I'll be able to select joints. So there's my top eyelid. If you hit F in your hypergraph, there's my right eye. Right eye has a constraint on it, but not a parent constraint. It has an aiming constraint. I'm going to delete that, kind of show you. So I built two controls out here and a master control. So this one moves both of them, so these two little guys are parented to it. I created the eye control, snapped it to the eye joint, and just translated it out here. The pivot point needs to be here, not in the eye. Then I select this control, select the eye, constrain, aim. Also just under here, make sure you have maintain offset on. If you don't, the eye sometimes just turns to the left. And now when I move it, it works. So I've weighted the head. Select the mesh, mirror it over, and now pose out the face. I have the bottom control here. I can translate that up, right, rotate it up. So just animated half. They posed out half the face. But this is the side. I didn't wait. So you can really manipulate that face now. Now zero everything back out. And since I think I have a little bit more time, might as well show you how to do the arm. The arm has an interesting thing, the twist. So I actually would like to get to that. So we'll start working on that.